Welcome to Pug TV. I'm your host, Jadrian. The music you're hearing is from Allods Online. It's only been a couple of months in the making, but here we are. My wife's waiting for me to do something. Alright, well, she's got her volume down so she can't hear the music, so she'll just have to take my word for it. And if I unplug my headset, it's USB, so yeah, I can't talk and she can't hear, so she has to take my word for it. Well, what we're going to do tonight is take a look at character creation, so thanks for watching in. Hey Shadow, how's it going? We're going to just kind of look at both sides. I'm not too familiar with this game. I think my wife and I tried this out like a really, really long time ago. Well, it feels like a long time ago. So, you know, we just the main characters tried it, so it's kind of like starting over again. So we're going to look at the two factions here and then see what each faction has to hold. So first off, let's go ahead and take a look at the League. Now it says the League is composed of the Canians, the Gibberlings, and the Elves. With the blessing of the Church of Light, they fight against the astral demons and the Empire while maintaining their valued something. I couldn't read the whole thing, the words cut off. So we're going to take a look at those folks first. Nice. Now the graphics, they look like a higher textured version of World of Warcraft. So better textured. Definitely like the faces better on like the humans here. So better textures in World of Warcraft, but it kind of has that cartoonish animated style. I'm good with that. Alright, so here's our first race, the Canians, which I'm guessing is one of the types of humans that you could have. You can put your headset on. She's crashing. She's had a rough day. Alright, so let's take a look. We'll take a look at the Canians, we'll take a look at what they can be, and we'll take a look at the male and female version. So first off with Canian, I have the Scald. I don't remember having a Scald before, so to me that looks kind of new. If I hover over Scald, it says the Scalds are stoic fighters, superior poets, and powerful singers. They are known to compose blasphemous verses and taunt their bitter enemies with them while expertly raising the spirits of their weary. It's cut off. So you got Scald. Male version. Alright, so very similar armor outfit. You get your guitar and you're ready to rock. So, going on with the Canian. So the next one up, a champion is available. So the champion archetype. Champions can release a terrifying shout that will make all nearby enemies run in fear. So that's the male version. Not quite plate armor, but more like a studded armor, shield, sword, and board. Female version kind of looks Viking-ish. Maybe that's what it is. Kind of studded armor is more like a Viking style. Alright, then we have the Rangers. Rangers can shoot a magical bow, or a magical bow, a magical arrow that damages all enemies within a small area. So there's your male version. And, of course, there's a female version. Yeah, they seem to have a lot more classes available than when I played before. I know they've gone through some expansions, so they probably have added quite a bit. So now you got your Ranger, Psionicist unavailable, Cleric. Canian clerics can temporarily cast a divine shield on themselves that absorbs damage. So we got some shield ability. Looks very clerical. Looks like they wear chain, maybe not a plate wearing class. And there's the male version. That particular shot, if you took his beard and stuff, it kind of almost reminds me of like a priest of Sigmar from Warhammer Online. Just ever so slightly reminds me. So then, let's see here, and then they have a Crusader. Interesting armor type once again. But your Crusader, the Canadian Crusaders can perform a special attack that inflicts periodic damage to an enemy. So they've got a dot. And then we'll check the female version. Armored. So one thing that strikes me as maybe more believable with the armor set is their armor actually covers and protects. You know, when you see Ion, Terra, a lot of those games, the female armors are definitely meant to be more attracting than what would actually make sense. So right away this has got kind of a more realistic feel to it. So far we haven't seen all the classes and races and jobs, but so far so good. Okay, no summoner, just your standard magician. Magician can temporarily enter a state of deep concentration that prevents their spell casting for channeled spells from being interrupted. So magician's probably, again, you know, your typical DPS type class. So robes. I like the little additions there. Like I said, I can even zoom in just a tad. I like the details on these characters. You see the chains holding the books. Globe, ball of fire. So definitely nice. Like I said, much better textures, I think, than World of Warcraft. I mean, someone might argue I haven't really seen anything, just the character creation screen. However, you know, I think these are pretty good textures. And of course, he's got the same thing, chains and books. Alright, and then Druid is available. Oh. Canadian Druids can quickly restore their pet's health and energy, which is good. So you got a pet class. Rotate the pet. Nope. You get a bear with a funky hat. It's a start. I don't know anything about the Druid and their pets, so I don't know if they're going to pick up more pets along the way. However, they got their furs and claws, so that looks very, very brutal, for one. I'll give you that. And a female version. Again, covered head to toe. Well, you know, if nothing else, if you didn't care if you played male or female, perhaps the starting pet would make a difference to you. So, I don't know, I haven't tried, but when they showed the guy, he had a bear, and the female had this cat. So, I suppose if pet type mattered to you, you would just have to pick based on that. But that's the Canians. Alright, so one more time, quick rundown. Canians can be Druids, Magicians, Crusaders, Clerics, Rangers, Champions, and Scalds. Alright, so let's take a look at the next race here on the light side. We got the Elves. Well, now we know some friends that play Elves, and they very much treat them like kind of like, you know, fairy type. So this kind of looks like a combination of the both. So you've got your elf with wings, so it definitely fits the Fae theme. Alright, so right away, this is interesting. So you pick an elf, you don't get a Scald, you get a minstrel. It says rightfully considered to have the sweetest voices in the world, and their elegant weaponry gleams so brightly that they blind their foes. So that's interesting. It would seem to be the same class, but they gave it a different name. So who knows? Maybe it has some different spell types. So that's interesting. No warrior option, no scout option, but here's an oracle. Oracle was not an option for the Canian. So an oracle, Elven oracles have learned a unique ability to deal with their enemies. Doesn't go into any detail. Oh, hold on. Minstrel also has a male version. The clothing looks similar to the Scald, just they got wings. Oh, there you go. If you play a guy, you get evil-looking black wings, so kind of a death metal band feel to them. And then you have the male oracle. Now the way he's doing this number makes me think they must be some kind of psionicist. Oh, and Shadow, I'm sorry, Shadow, I was just kind of reading this. Shadow says, you know, down in the bottom there by the back button, you can view them with their hats on. Oh my gosh. Good point. We'll have to go back to Canians and check the helmets. So let's go to Minstrel. And now we have... This might be better with the hats off. Female with her hat. Alright, and then an oracle with a hat. Okay. Alright, now that's cool. Now that she definitely is not armored head to toe. Kind of looks like a magician's assistant kind of a thing. Kind of a goth. Kind of like it. And then the male definitely has kind of that steampunk goth look to him. Alright, but they can be a priest, which I would think would be similar to, say, like the cleric. Looks like the classes might be about the same, they just have slightly different names. But here, they get a healer type, a funky hat. I'm just going to show them with their hats on, because, you know, obviously you can mess with hair types, and apparently you can maybe hide the hat in-game even. So I'll let you imagine on hair types. But the reason why I'm going to go ahead and show hats is because some folks, headgear is important. I've actually, when I was playing EverQuest 2, I mean, by now, thankfully, they've really changed a lot of equipment. But I used to kind of pick what class I wanted to play based on the epic hats you used to get. Back when the game only let you go to level 50, 60. If it had a stupid looking in-game hat, I was like, yeah, that's not worth playing. So like this, that's not a hat class I would go for. Then we got the Templar. Now to me that screams Paladin. That's a pretty good helmet there. And again, your female's actually armored up. Male version. Templar. Templars can use a special technique that temporarily decreases the healing received by an enemy. Alright, let's take a look at the Demonologist, type of summoner. Okay, that's kind of cool. Got your little skull that you carry. The black wings definitely fit with that. And a female Demonologist. Ah, Eagle Claw, how's it going? Just in time, we're just going over some character classes here in Allods Online. We're doing character creation. So here, looks very cool. Now Demonologists can cast a special curse that drains the life energy from an enemy and transfers it to themselves and their minion. So they get pets. What I do, before I pick like a summoner or a Demonologist, I'm going to hit the interweb, now that I know some classes, and see if they have some screenshots of the different pets that they summon, because that also for me is a killer. If it has a stupid hat and stupid looking pets, I'm not going to play it. Eagle Claw says, tunes look pretty sweet in this one so far. Yeah, they're pretty good so far. Not bad at all, actually. Okay, we move on to an Archmage. I'm just going to go with the type of casting class there. Again, I like some of the detail, just like in their pouches and things that they carry. And here's the male version, and the hat's not too bad. It'd be nice, I haven't gone in, but it'd be nice if you could change wing types too. Wing type, wing color, that'd be nice to customize that a little bit more. Alright, so one more time through the elves. You have the Archmage, Demonologist, Templar, the Priest, the Oracle, and the Minstrel. Now, I'm going to go back for just a moment for the Canians because I want to see what they look like with the hats. So the Skald, there's his hat. Champion, yeah, it definitely screams like a Tolkien Rohan or some kind of Viking type helmet. Ranger, I don't think I like that little face part. The hood's kind of neat. Probably could do without the feathers there. Cleric. Yeah, that definitely says cleric. The Crusader. Okay, see, that even reminds me more of like a priest of Sigmar from Warhammer, where they just kind of wear headbands and stuff. Your Magician. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, so that's a class I probably wouldn't play. Just based on the hat there. And then last, the Druid hat. Okay, now see, that's kind of cool. And the female version. Yeah. See, that looks pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Okay, so anyway, so far that's your Canians and your Elves. Now we're going to take a look at this here, the Gibberlings. Now the Gibberlings are pretty neat because you don't just get one, you get 3 people that make up your character. Eagle goes on, the Druid kind of reminds me of the Vashir from EverQuest. Yeah, that's going back. Kind of digging out the old school. Even though that game's still going, it's a granddaddy game. But it's had druids, I think, possibly even from launch, forever. But anyway, yeah, this class is unique. So when your health goes down, they all go down. So it's not like each one has health and whatnot. It's just that your party consists of these 3 people. It's kind of neat. Yeah, the Beastmaster class. Yeah, which they just added to EverQuest too. Speaking of EverQuest, but I don't have the expansion, so I don't get to play it. But anyway, let's see here. Well, they got tricks. So let's start down here. No bard available. They get a brawler. So that's interesting. They have similar classes. They just gave them different names. But look here, a brawler. Oh, now that's pretty neat looking. Now see, there's a female version. Yep. Okay, there's a female. Your main character would be female with her 2 backups. But anyway, that's a cool helmet for them. Zoom in and check it out. Even zooming in, it's got good tight textures on the armor and equipment. Not bad. Graphically, the character's not so bad. Trickster, which must be kind of their Ranger-ish version. And Shadow says, I believe if I'm not mistaken, you can name all 3 Gibberlings. Gibberlings. Yeah, you probably could name your Gibberlings. I haven't tried. Maybe that's what I'll make. Maybe what I'll do tonight is make a Gibberling, and then we'll test them out, see what we can do. Alright, so keep that in mind. We got Trickster, we have a Seer. They can typically foresee an enemy's actions and dodge their physical spells. Ooh. I don't know if I'm a fan of that hat, though. They don't have too many options for your Gibberlings. There's Brawler, Trickster, Seer. Skip all the Paladin type classes and go right to the Now that would be intimidating. A big pink squirrel. Let's see if the male version gets something. Nope, they get a pink squirrel. I'm not digging that hat either. Looks like a sack of money and a weird... Hard to say. Okay, well, I'm not entirely sold yet. We have the Borg. Yeah, yeah. That's definitely your Borg hat right there. Resistance is futile. Cuteness is futile. Evil side is better. Alright, so Shadow, let's check out the evil side. Alright, so I'm going back to the main select screen. So we just got done looking at the League. Good guys, let's take a look at the dark side. This is the Empire. The Empire is composed of Zagadians, Orcs, and the Arisen. Under the guide of their leader, Yaxer, they strive to defeat the Astral Demons and the League, while continuously improving their... And it's cut off. Alright, so we're going to click on them. Alright, so let's take a look at the other side. So these Zadaganians. Oh, I'm not quite sure what that is, but that's pretty cool. Let's take the helmet off for a moment. Oh. You know what this reminds me of? Not undead, because if I look here, they kind of have robotic. I remember these kind of like robotic type folks. There's a race. I think they're called like the Necrons in Warhammer 40k, which kind of look like these robotic undead people. That's pretty sharp. And that there just makes me think of some very Egyptian themed. That's cool. Let's see, and then there's the female version, of course, which also looks very cool. So that's pretty neat. And that just came up on Heretic by default. Let's see, so Eagle Claw says, got me curious about the Bard class. I love playing Bards, even if I usually play healers. Yeah, we'll have to go back and take a look at the Bard class. They had like the Scald and the Bard. Hard to say what they have. The guitar, I don't know. Guitar is an instrument, kind of seems a little... I guess it'd be alright. I don't know. It would be cool if you actually played, and if they had the ability to make music. And I don't know if it's just a visual gimmick, like most games. But if you actually could make music, then that would be kind of a cool element. Then Shadow says, so you know, Jay, the game music is a little loud over your voice. No, I did not know. let's see if I can take care of that. Let's see if I can find options. Yeah, since I got this new microphone, I like turn the mic all the way up. So to me it sounds good, but I'm not quite sure how to boost my microphone setting any more than what it is. Let me take a peek. I wonder. Speakers, is there like a microphone? Oh wait, hold on. Oh no, that's just my volume there. I don't think that's gonna do anything. Well, it'd be nice. See, I can't. They don't have options yet for me, so I can't boost my in-game or decrease the in-game yet. I'd actually have to make a person. Well, tell you what, let's just make a person real fast. I'll come back. Let me just hop in. Let me see if I can find on options after I make a person. Is this for naming? Let's see if I can do that. Someone already has that name. Okay, I'm just going to make a person just so I can get in, turn game volume down. Alright, and once I get done with the volume, we'll go back and take a look at the rest of the classes. So far, it takes a lot just to get in and do some options. Let's see. Oh, Eagle Claw said those one guys were very Stargate-ish. Yeah, kind of the Egyptian Raw kind of thing going on. Chess says, sorry, don't mean to be a pain in the butt. No, it's not a pain in the butt. I mean, if I have to compete with the music, because I know y'all want to hear me. Let's make it happen. I just gotta find options. Options. Talents, world map, maybe over here. Options, audio, master volume. Perfect. And now we'll go back. So hopefully I don't have to compete over sound effects. See, I had this problem when I played Ion the other night. I didn't hear too much complaints about when I did EverQuest 2. So I don't know. Yeah, that's a problem with a new microphone. I wish I knew what I could do to make the microphone and the transmission, my volume louder. My other headset seemed to be just fine. All right, so let's step back here. Ooh, I didn't want to go that far out. Uh-oh, I forgot my... Did that work? After a while, you got so many games, it's hard to remember all your different passwords and stuff. All right, well, that was just to make somebody. So what we're going to do, okay, we're going to go back and continue looking at the other side. New character. All right, here it comes. We'll continue with the Empire. Alright, hopefully that's better. Hopefully you can hear me better over the music. Whew. Okay, we're going to go back to the Zadaganians. Oh, the Arison's what I popped in on. Okay, so we're going to do them. Aw, they just look cool. Okay, and hat time. Alright, so let's start at the bottom. Oh good, hopefully, oh good. I got an Eagle Claw, yes sir, so good. I hope that means hear much better. Oh, they are very, very Stargate-ish. That's cool. Alright, so this is the Occultist. Arisen Occultists can use a technique that makes them temporarily immune to their enemy's spells, and that's the female version, which does look very, very cool. And then the heretic, which we saw, they can temporarily increase their faith to increase the healing done by their healing spell. So that's your healer. Very cool. And then the male version, which is very stylish. I like them a lot. They put a lot of work into them. They don't have a paladin, but they have a savant. And that symbol, I think, means is their summoner type class. So they have a savant. Arisen savants can heal their minion with a single touch. So they do have some kind of pet. Kind of like that helmet. Kind of looks like a Darth Vader Sith Lord type of helmet. And there's your female version. Hold their little skull. That's cute. Alright, and then they have a sorcerer again, which is your DPS magic user. Yeah, look at that. That's definitely like an Anubis type Egyptian. Very cool though. And the male version. He looks pretty cool. But no pet. Yeah, we did look at them. Alright, so that's the Arisen. So not quite undead, not quite robots. More so Borg, for sure. Alright, now we'll take a look at the Orcs. Nice. Now see, that's a guitar player. That's a basis for a heavy metal band right there. So they are called the Balladeer. That is definitely their bard. Eagle Claw says, nice shadow. That sounds sweet. Yeah, it's definitely cool. Alright, so we got a nice orc. Oh, look, I didn't realize. See, similar type armor as the other classes, but that looks like a pouch with musical sheets. Okay, so your orc can be a musical person. They also have a brute, which looks like a warrior type. Oh, that's pretty cool armor. I like the shield. Very dark. Skulls. And of course, the big male version. So if you like your armor, this guy would be a good one to pick. Very cool, wicked looking sword. And they have a marauder, which by the bow, that's their ranger class. So the orcs have a ranger class. Also very big. And there's the female. A lot more tiny and slender. Then they have a reaver, which looks like their paladin class. I take it this is, Eagle says, I take it this is another free-to-play. Why, yes, it is free-to-play. This one is from gpotato. So if you go to gpotato.com, you can look it up. They have a couple other games too. But yeah, free-to-play. That's my thing, free-to-play. So, Reaver and the male Reaver. Okay, we looked at him. Alright, the next class for the Orc is the Shaman. That's what their Shaman looks like. That's their claws. I don't know if I like that little pet. Almost looks like a baby orc or something. I don't know. Kind of creepy. I like the mask. Big shoulders. And then you have a female orc right there. Ooh. You can almost see her woman bits. And it gets an equally creepy pet. Alright, last race on the list. These Zadaganians. See, I probably wouldn't pick them because I just can't say their name. Okay, so we'll start down here at the bottom. So, again, typical musician-shipish and male. And since these are close, real close to the humans, it's just probably going to look very similar to the humans on the other side. Then Vanquisher. I don't know if I like that helmet so much, but looks like they're a fighter type. That's what it looks like on the female. Okay, Vanquisher. Then we have the female stalker. Now this is pretty good. I like that. Again, I like the little details, little pouches. Eagle Claw says, sweet, thanks. Might have to look into this one. I really like the fantasy style games. So far, this is definitely interesting. I do appreciate the fact that there are 2 factions, 3 races per faction, and then each one has actually several choices to pick for each class. So this will give you quite a few things to choose from, which is very, very good. Definitely a lot more options than some of the other free-to-play games we have tried. And then here's the male version, kind of a more armored ninja, kind of a kind of reminds me of an Assassin's Creed type looking thing. I mean, it might not have all that fancy climbing buildings and stuff, but just kind of all of a sudden made me think of that when I switched over. And then Eagle Claw asks, it's not a forced PvP game, is it? I have no idea. Honestly, I really don't know. Most of the time when I hop into these things, I just hop in and we just give it a shot. So maybe someone knows. And Shadow says, not that I know of. So yeah, I don't think it has forced PvP. Now there is PvP, and I know it's got like this thing called Astral Combat, which involves big ships, but I'm not real familiar of it with a PvP aspect. Ooh, I just noticed my camera is not where I like it to be. I get distracted by shiny things. Let's see if I can move that over a little bit. There you go. Got my posters back. Alright. It's the little things. Alright, then we have a mentalist. Now, there you go. There's your Magneto character. Little hip armor. And the female version. Kind of neat. Now, again, I don't think this is what you start off right away, or if this is what you build into. It's just kind of a representative of the class. But, if you'd be kind of cool into that envisioning of your character to build into, there you go. That's one option. Inquisitor, this I think would be their healer type. Doesn't look too bad. And the male version. I don't think I would dig the hat. Probably not what I'm going to go for. Not a big into the hat for that one. Then they have an Avenger. Okay, now see, that's not too bad. Now see, this game originally comes from Russia, so when I look at some of the designs, to me it kind of makes me think Russian. So kind of like the, definitely a knight's type of thing with kind of like one of those Russian commissar hats right on top. So kind of cool. And for the female version, same thing. But again, this is like their paladin type class, so it probably has, quite a bit of defensive, maybe a little healing, and full plate and swords. So that might be fun. And again, the details with little pouches and things like that. Nice textures. Defiler, which is their summoner. Okay, now that's creepy. I like that. Look at that. The doctor will see you now. And the male version. They got their various chemicals and stuff that they'll use. Their little surgeon's clothes and a bloody towel. Alright, I mean, that's just cool right there. You probably don't get anything like that starting out right away, but that just looks cool. Defiler. They can temporarily increase the strength and intelligence of their minion to increase their damage dealt. I don't know what their minion will look like, but just the thought is kind of really has me wondering. But just that kind of archetype envisionment is kind of creepy. And then they have a specialist. This is probably their defense or offensive caster. I like the shoulder pads on that one. And the male version. So that's kind of a cool caster. And then Eagle Claw says, looks like Byron from Street Fighter. Which one looks like Byron? Because I'm not too familiar with Byron. So you had to tell me, was it like the Inquisitor, Avenger, Defiler? I'm not quite sure which one looks like Byron. I had to do a Google search maybe. Oh, and they don't have a Warden type. The Avenger. So now you got me having to look up Byron from Street Fighter. Byron from Street Fighter. Let's see. Let's find pictures, images. Byron. Well, I went right to the movie. Well, That ain't gonna help out. Well, I'm not gonna get an image out of that if it's all gonna pull up Jean-Claude Van Damme and images from the movie that nobody watched. All right, well that I'll have to dig deeper. All right, let's go back to the game. All right, so we'll have to do an internet search later. But anyway, that's both sides. That's the different classes. Specialist, Defiler, Avenger, Inquisitor, Mentalist, Stalker, Vanquisher, and an Agitator. That's actually quite a few. I honestly really don't know, because you got 3 races and then multiple classes per race. So let's just let's back it up. Let's back the truck up just a little bit. So just to start a character and kind of maybe take our first steps into the world, should I go with the good guys or should I go with the bad guys? What do you think? I'll let you take a vote while I take a drink. Go good side or bad side? I will let you decide. Our character's first steps will be decided by you, the viewer. Your votes will be tallied and calculated in a scientific fashion. My wife said, just pick something. Okay, well, no, Eagle Claw, okay, so Shadow says bad guys, Eagle Claw says go with your gut. I always play good guys, but that's just me. So if it's go with your gut, it's like a split decision. Alright, so I have no preference, so my wife says good. Alright, so that's 2 for good, 1 for bad. Alright, so let's try good. Alright, so then, what race? Do you want to play the Canian human? Who? The little... Okay, my wife said play the little cute ones. Alright, we're going to play little cute ones. Well then it comes down to what are we going to play? The Brawler, Trickster, the Seer, or Animist? Which would you like to see? Animist, Seer, Trickster, or Brawler? I got, let's see, let's take a look here. So Brawler looks like the warrior type. Trickster is your ranger. Seer, probably going to be some kind of psionic using type person. Little dangly feet. And then the Animist, a druid type with like a little pet. And that's probably the only type of pet you're going to get. So not a true summoner, but we do come with a little pet. Probably looks like we'll be limited to leather, maybe medium type armors. I'm not sure how they do their armors. And let's see here. Well, the Animist could just about use the pet as a free mount. Yes, that's true. I mean, it's about the right size. I don't think they'll let me, but let's see. They both get a squirrel. This one's not quite as pink. So let's go with a Gibberling. I'm almost feeling the Trickster though. Either Trickster or Animist. Let's narrow it down. What do you think? Trickster or Animist? Trickster. Alright, first vote in is for Trickster. So we're going to go with the Trickster. Without a hat, with a hat. Awesome. Yep, I do get to name all three. Wonderful. So I'm going to get one. I don't get a Jadrian? Alright. Alright, so my wife says that there's going to be a Jadrian. Wild Wild West. He does kind of have a Wild Wild West. That'd be cool if I could name him that. Oh, it's Wild Wild West. She says there needs to be one name. Eagle. Oh, I was going to say, I wonder if I could change their sex. I'm not quite sure what that means, but last, and then I have to work on that. So she said name a Jadrian, an Eagle, and a Shadow. So we'll see how many of those names are taken. Well, you do have a few options for customizing your character. Some of the games that we've looked at had very extensive customization features. This seems a little Spartan, meaning not a whole lot. So we've got some facial options here. Looks like maybe 12 if you count 0 altogether. 12 faces to go through. Just kind of find one that looks good. I don't see a random button, so we'll just pick a couple. And I think I like that guy right there. Then you got your facial features. Oh, hold on. If I'm going to be some cool looking, looks like this has 10. Oh yeah, I'm going with that. Then we got hairstyle. Let me take the helmet off so I can do a hairstyle. So we got some hair types, because you probably don't start with that. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, that's even better. Oh man, it just gets better. Alright, so we'll go with that. I will definitely be hiding helm whenever I can. Okay, so skin tones. I'm not seeing it. It's not changing, so we'll leave it. There's some skin tone. Ooh, well, yeah. Well, let's see. I definitely made some changes. Let's go. Yeah, no, that don't work. That doesn't work for me. Yeah, we'll just go with that. We'll just go with that. And figure. Oh, size maybe. Yeah, we'll go with a big gibberling. He's a big one. All right. Now, what is this? Oh. Okay. Oh, and then there's your randomize, so we can just randomize it all. Oh, hey, you know, I bet you now if I do this, look at that. I can just rotate to all. Ha 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 ha. Look, you can customize each one of them then. And looks like you can make them male, female. Well, okay, so that's kind of cool. So if you play the Gibberlings, you can totally customize your team. Totally. So we're going to have one girl. Oh. Yeah, my wife's like, which one's going to be the girl? Eagle? Miss Eagle? We'll go with that. There's the cheerleader hair. Okay, good. We'll go down to shadow. Let's do shadow a bit. Can't be looking too much like Jadrian. Gotta have some variety. And there we go. Oh, with a cape. Alright. Now we're gonna see which names it rejects and how we can respell them. We have it. Alright. Oh, hey. Look at that. My wife picked names because we have in the group watching a Shadow and an Eagle, and we just named Shadow and Eagle. We're going together. You're in my party. Right? Well, yeah, I made one a girl, but, you know, Gets lonely in the field. Okay, what is it? Oh, make a new character. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and take our first steps into the world of Allods Online. Eagle says, thanks, I'm honored. Shadow chuckles. Lol. Lol lol. Yeah, can't bring the other ones to the forefront and rotate them around, but here we go. First steps into the world of Allods. I wonder if I can delete this one. Actually, I'm gonna keep that name. Synergy? I'll have to come up with something. Is that like a Russian schoolgirl outfit? Nice. I'll play with her later. Attention! Starting adventure takes place in a special location inaccessible to other players. As soon as you complete it, you will find yourself in a world of Sarnaut where you can adventure with other players. Good luck! Alright, let's go. Let's see where we got. They used to have an old cool tutorial where you started out on a big astral starship, which was kind of neat. So now... Oh wait, that was the bad guys. I'm on the good guys side, so I'm not quite sure what we do here. Before it used to be in some kind of school or tower thing that got attacked. Alright, so let's go through some basic stuff. So we have WASD key movement, which is wonderful. A lot of folks love the WASD, so do I. It's not a clicking on the ground and move. Ooh, and look, I can use my mouse and click both mouse buttons to move. That's my favorite. Middle mouse button I might have to map though, just so I can set it to auto move so I don't have to hold both buttons down. But that way I can free up my left hand to work quick slots. So good. So interact with an NPC. Let's come up. I'm going to right click and see what he's got to say. Here's an audience. That's my quest. Big quest. So listen to the speech. Now see, this is good. Put the summary right up top, what I got to do, and then if you feel so inclined, read the story. So we will accept, because my thing is to listen to a speech. I'll be more than glad to read that part to you. So we're going to follow this guy. Well, what is this calendar down here? Let me click it. Can I click it? Nope, no clicky. Alright, so here we've got Svetibor moving my camera, so you're going to get your little tutorial pop-ups. So far, this is your movements, just like any other regular MMO. Nothing too fancy. Pretty smooth frame rate. Colorful people. Got somebody. Now, remember it says this first part, this is all NPCs. There's no other players, so this is all NPCs hanging out. So we're going to listen to the speech. And here he's got it down here just in case you can't hear it, which is covered up by my picture. So if you move up chat then has all the dialogue there. So you must complete the starting adventure in order to continue your journey in Allods Online. If you die or exit the game before completing it, you will have to start over. The starting adventure should only take about 15 minutes total to complete and ends at level 5. Now that's good because I know a lot of games, your summoner class doesn't even get to summon anything until close to level 5. So at least here in the safeties of the tutorial zone you can build up to your pet, I'm assuming. But since we don't have a pet, we won't worry about it. But at least we know we're going to get a few levels. So we'll come up here, what happened? He looks hurt. So we talked to this guy, we did the audience. It is complete. Where's my experience bar? I'm thinking because I'm running in windowed mode, this is not showing me all the screen. I try to move it up a little bit, but I don't get everything. So we'll complete. Well, let's get rid of that. So 2 arms. Here's another quest. Equip your weapon and speak to Svetibor Ratnev. Sounds Russian. Bags to open up my stuff. So let's go B for bags. There's my content. And right click to equip. Perfect. Another tutorial. I'm just skipping through the tutorials. Nothing new here. Move along. And now we'll talk to this guy, Ratnev. 2 arms. Equip your weapon. We've got it complete.
Follow me.
So far, easy. Easy. So we're going to follow pretty soon they should be taking us into some combat. So we'll just follow this group down. Hear little sound effects. I turned my volume way down so I can hear a few things, but it is rather quiet. Looks like I took some debris damage. And looks like he's got another quest. Lab rat extermination. So kill 3 rats. So here comes your obligatory combat tutorial. Kill me some rats. I want to kill rats that aren't being picked on. Maybe I can just go. Okay, so right click to attack, and apparently it doesn't auto move you into range like some games, so we'll just get up close. Right click. Well, doesn't look like it auto attacks. So I guess if I want to attack, I'll just spam the sword button. Alright, so we got tap targeting, hit it with the bow. Oh, bow attack, good. Now let's watch the animation on that. Let's see if I can just turn the camera. Bow attack. Too far away. Bow attack. Oh, bow attack. It almost looked like one guy was holding the bow and the other guy pulled it back. Okay, that's cute teamwork for them. I like that. Gibberlings are pretty cool. And rats are dead. And it's complete. And I gotta talk to Boris Hoplesev. Roger. Oh, there he is. Boris. It is complete. We'll talk to him. It's a zoo. What do I gotta do? Something. Young manticore. Well, I'm kind of zoomed in there. They are too close, so we'll go switch to, what is number 2? Lunge. Okay, so we'll lunge. Oh, look, moving side to side. And sticking with a dagger. Recharge. Let's do another lunge. Dagger. Can I shoot a bow? Am I too close? Too close. Hit another dagger. With a dagger shot again. Well, he's about to go down. Got him. Well, I have to admit, they are kind of cute. If you're, can actually, I don't know what kind of lag I have on the broadcast, but they dodge and they juke and they jive and they bounce around, so that's kind of cute. Very animated group of people here. Alright, so that's done. And complete. Grim report. Accept. And so far, luckily, everybody's just right here. I haven't really had to explore much. So the tutorial is just that. Introduce you to very basic concepts of the game. Not a whole lot of having to run around. But really, that's all the tutorial really needs, is just here's how you play the game. We'll do all the exploring here in a moment, I'm sure. And then Shadow says, you leveled up, so you know. I'm sure I did. I just don't see. Oh, this must be it right there. Some games, I keep looking down here because some of them, they put the experience bar like way at the bottom of the screen, but it's right here. Who knew? Apparently a lot of people knew. I didn't. So I am level 2. Shadow knew. Alright, so here we go. Just waiting on me to drop. 30 points. Oh, we got a group of folks here. Let's dagger them. Oh, and I did earn a skill on leveling up, which I won't be able to do right this second, because I'm killing traitors. So I'm wondering if I can get a shot off with my bow. Alright. Steady shot. Boom. Well. I'm doing it. Oh, he got too close. And now we'll just dagger him. So use my special attack, use up some mana, but I replenished my energy rather quickly, so I just kept using that special attack. And now we'll talk to this guy. Survive, which we have done. And then Shadow states that when you place your stats, put them where the stars are. That's just what my friend told me. So let's take a look. Let's take this. So apparently when you level up, you got some stat points to spend. So I'm going to assign stat points. So he says put them where the stars are. And I would not doubt that. That probably is just letting you know here's where we would prefer. But I get 2, it looks like. So the trick would be figuring out where I put the 2. Let's see. I was looking to see if it mentioned stat requirements. What I do some games is I don't put any stat points until I start picking up equipment, because sometimes your equipment will say you need like a minimum this in strength or a minimum this in finesse. So what I might do is just wait till I pick up a couple items and see if there's any kind of stat requirements. If there's no stat requirements, then I'll just look and see what looks best based on my class. Like, for example, your enemies have a chance to dodge attacks. This is also affected by your enemy's agility. Damage from your magical attacks is decreased. This is also affected by your enemy's magical. I don't know. Expertise just sounds like it'll affect your ability to hit and do damage magically. Not really what I need. Now, finesse, on the other hand, this will affect your physical damage. Well, looks like it all mentions that. Looks like it all affects it in some way, and I'm not quite sure which is best. So this might be a game where I'm going to maybe hop on the interweb and just do a little research. I don't usually hop on the internet first. I like to see how intuitive a game is to play, and right now I'm not feeling too intuitive with the stats. It looks like they're saying the same things and not really saying, you know, this is best for if you prefer archery, this is best for up close fighting. So I agree, probably put my stats in the stars, but then which of the stars would be best for this class. So I think I'm going to save them up a little bit and come back to that later. Alright, so now we're going to look in this treasure chest. And I get an elixir of invulnerability. I might be able to use that later on. So let me open my B for bags. I'm going to take... Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, look. Alright. The other thing you can do, too, is some games when they give you items your class can wear, kind of gives you a clue. So look, right there. Expertise, bonuses, agility, and rage. But since expertise has a star, that probably means to me expertise might be a good one. In fact, if it's got 4 stars and stars, then it could mean that you can put your points in any of those, and it's going to be good for your class. But I'll still wait. But this right here, though, because it does come with some points. Let's see. Well, it's got a little 1 point less armor, but it's got expertise. I'll go ahead and put them on. Just because I like stats. 1 point of armor difference is not going to really make or break the character, but giving some expertise points, yeah, stats are good to have. And I'm going to put this in vulnerability just in case I want to use it on, say, a quest, like a boss battle. Oh, they want me to use it now. Never mind. That must have been the part of the tutorial that teaches you how to use equipment. Well, there you go. I just used it, drank a potion, ready to move on. Follow that guy. I was going to save it for a battle, but apparently this is where I got to go. And the mage's niece. Accept it. My wife is off to bed, so once we finish up the tutorial area, as much as I love you all, I'll be joining her. So I'm just going to go through this tutorial area, and then I'll be off to bed as well. She had a long day today, so she's a little bit sleepy, so I'll be in there pretty soon. Here comes my group. I think I'm keep getting hit by falling debris. I don't like that. Next person. Mage's Niece, complete. The Resistance Sphere. I'm almost level 3. Okay, she's doing something. Charging up the sphere. Oh yeah, this is one of them. I gotta target something. Come on, target. This is one of those protect me while I summon and do this magical event. I'm trying. I'm a Gibberling, I just don't scream. Big combat fighter. Be neat if I could assign each one of those folks to just go out and fight something on your own. Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully this lady gets done casting whatever she's doing. Okay, one more good hit ought to kill that one. Okay, we got another one. She is protected. Yay! I didn't think I'd make it. It is good. Oh, I gotta pick an item. We want a survivor's bow for sure. What kind of stats? It's got finesse, so far finesse looks like an important stat. So I think we'll take that quest. Oh shoot. I didn't accept it, I don't think. Escape to the portal. Accept. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I know finesse is important. I leveled up, we got another stat point. I'm going to put a point in my finesse. And we'll leave it at that. We'll come back and examine that later. So far finesse has been a big one. I keep hitting I for inventory, but it pulls up your character stats. You want B for bags. Oh look, I picked up some pants I didn't realize. So these are survivor pants. Look at there, again, big bonus points in my finesse, so we will wear that for sure. And then again with the bow, a little bit more damage and more points to finesse. So I definitely won't go wrong if I put some points in finesse. Now, because I'm getting a lot of boost to finesse, I might have to put those points in something else simply because they're building my finesse through equipment. So, alright. I did not see at all where that lady went. Oh, there she is. She's fighting zombies. So I'm wondering, okay, first of all, loot, and we'll test out that bow. I guess it has no loot. It says it's got loot. And we'll... Oh, I picked up a new enchanted tranquilizer. If it successfully hits the arrow, apply 10 stacks of the tranquil arrow effect. It decreases movement speed by 5% per stack. Lasts 12 seconds. Any damage removes the stack. Well, that's good for like crowd control. So I'll just sit with this. There we go. And there's some loot right there. So pick it up. Oh, they don't have like an auto loot option yet that I saw. Alright, I'm going to, what is that? Lunge. Here, shoot it. We do a lot of damage shooting. Oh. Might be too close to shoot, so we will. Oh, good, got it. Well, I'm definitely strong with the shooting. Look at that. One shot. One hit. kicking butt. I like that. Hello, Spock the knife. Death to the demonologist. Moving right along. So your tutorial, nothing complicated. Moves you through the tower, one area to the next. Luckily within a tower, you know, you can be very scripted because your tower, you either go up or down, and we need to go down. So let's, okay, that's the demonologist. So we're going to shoot the demonologist a few times. And if we're lucky, I was going to say, if we're lucky, we killed the pet. Alright, so Spock knife. I get to choose a club. I'm going to go with a dagger just because we're... Let's see, that's luck. What does this one do? Okay, that adds to raid. Okay, so this one gives to luck, and that does the same thing. We're going to go dagger and just keep the dagger theme. Yep, dagger. No finesse on that one, but it did give luck. So let me equip that real quick. I keep hitting the wrong one. Uh-oh.
Come on, come on.
Says we're gonna die. I heard that.
Portal's open. Come on.
What are those? Well, I have a feeling target's not in line of sight. I'm sorry, I'm short. Alright, so I think as they come through the barrier... Oh, snap. Alright, well they're too close to use my bow, so I guess we'll just have to dagger them. Dang, I was hoping I could shoot them. Alright, so we're protecting her while she does whatever she's got to do to get us out of here. Alright. Oh, nice. Far enough away that I could use my bow. That was awesome. Man, oh, I love archery. That's like my new favorite thing. Astral monsters from the astral plane. That's hot.
What's going to happen?
Archery rocks. Alright, so what else we got to fight?
I can't hold him.
Astral demons defeated. Ooh. Shadowy predators coming through. Must be like a boss.
Distracted. I know what to do.
Okay, oh. Well,
Lure him into the trap.
since he's on me, I can't shoot him. So I'll just have to stab him a whole bunch of times. Oh. Lady. Thanks for the help. Oh, man. Okay, what is that you're casting? Because that better be a Uber. Kill him, or... Yep, she got him. Almost dropped dead on that one. And now I can talk to you. The evacuation complete. Now the path to Novigrad. You have completed. Uh-oh, I got a lock. In order to reach the next level, you need to learn the first adventure ability. I don't know what that means. Well, I guess we're going to take the path here. Alright, so I must not quite be exactly out of the tutorial. There's a famous poet. So first the path. Let me pick my gift. So I'm going to get first adventure, and then I'm going to get chest of the recruit. Alright, I will take it. It's the only option I get, so we'll take it. So yay! I got all my experience. We're level 4. So to hit that level 5, that must mean I have to complete the quests here on this little island as well. So we'll take this one, accept, and we'll take that one and accept. And there's a tutorial for something, so there's your spin and stat points and whatnots. World mysteries. Oh wow, lots of stuff. So now I've got all the quests from that person. Alright, let's click to move. Oh, I don't want to set up click to move. Alright, so I'm going to take a look at my bags real fast, see what we earned. So I ended up, from my chest, I got some new Survivor's leather jacket. Again with some finesse, some endurance, willpower. And usually if I personally have a hard time telling if the stats are better, I can either, equip it, unequip it, look at my stat changes. But a lot of times if I just want to do a quick peek on if something is better, I look at how much it would cost to sell. So like my level 2 armor, I would get like 1 silver, 70 copper maybe. This one is worth 2 silver, 38 copper. So this new one is definitely better. So we're going to put that on, even though it does not look better. Oh no, your little girl is topless because of it. And then we can't use a shield because it's red offhand. It says you're not the right class. So something to sell. There's the old dagger. Mysterious stone. Triggers a quest. So we're going to use it. So we have this mysterious stone going on. Who knows? I just decided to use it. And I really don't know what that did. Except I can talk to her again. Mysterious stone. Done. And now we'll take meeting with Amanda. Awesome. So the sad thing is, when you don't take the time to read your missions and your quests, you sometimes miss out on some lore. So I have no idea what the mysterious stone is, but it was important. And now we'll come down here. Alright. That has us well on our way. We spent, we was a little over a half hour, 40 minutes on character creation. Ran through just the very first few steps of our tutorial. And with that, if you've already got some experience playing Allods Online, I'm going to be slowly catching up to you, one and a half hour at a time each week. I might, when my wife is feeling better, give her a chance to check this out. As far as gaming this weekend, let's talk about gaming this weekend. As of this moment, I have no plans to stream. I might do some EverQuest 2 housing. There was a couple folks that I want to see if I can meet up with in-game and maybe do just a house episode. There was someone who wanted to do a Heal My Hovel. So what we might do is be able to go in and do a surprise Heal My Hovel. She told us the house. We'll probably have to contact them in-game just so we can get some access to the home. And then I'll probably just set my wife loose to figure out what she wants to do. But the big thing we got going on tomorrow on the Guck server on the Isle of Mara, I think it's where it was, the Isle of Mara, at 1 p.m. Pacific time, they're doing the get-together for Ribbit, the character Ribbit. He's the 6-year-old boy with terminal cancer. Real sad, but we're having like a little bash, a little party for him. And exactly what that involves, I don't know. But we were invited to come and invited to bring our cameras. So that's where we will be tomorrow. And I don't know how long that event will be. But other than that, I have no plans for gaming. So that'll give me a chance to take a couple days and rest up and then get to it next week. Now, on the bad side, next week, I'll be working some evening shifts. So there might be a couple nights where there will be no pug work. It sucks. I'm telling you, someone's got to win the lottery so you can support me full time so I can do pug every day. But until that time, I might be off for a few days due to work. So, happens. Other than that, I'm good. Let's see here. Eagle mentions the armor changes on everyone. Yeah, I know it wasn't just one person. They all ended up shirtless and weird armor. But what's cool is one guy has the bow, one guy has the dagger, and the chick is eye candy. Shadow is eye candy. Or is that Eagle? I forgot who I made. Who's the girl? I forgot. Anyway, there's the team. Perfect. I think Eagle was the girl. Let me see. If I hit I for character. Oh, I don't get to check anymore. Dang, that's sad. I think Eagle was the girl. I think that's Shadow. And then that's Jadrian right there in the back. Oh, now I'm in the front. Ah, tutorials. Chat tutorial. What's this? Assign talent points. Oh, we have a talent tree. Look at that. Ah, so many goodies to play with. So we got stats to spend, talent points to spend, and I picked up these. Some emotes, it looks like. Oh, they're like little chat emoticons. Nice. So far, some initial impressions on the game before I sign off. Easy to pick up and play. As you can see, the tutorial is very guided to show you a lot of the beginning mechanics of the game, and just to watch them interact. I think Gibberling was the best choice to pick just because they're cute, you know, cute but in a manly type of way. Alright, very fun to watch. So, easy to pick up to play. It has your standard contextual, right click on things, item comparisons, WASD key movements. I cannot tell you if it's going to be very grindy or not yet, just getting into it. I don't know about open world PvP and getting ganked. That's going to be much further down the road for me, as we're only going to get at this game very rarely. So it's really hard to say how into the rotation it we get, but just based on watching these guys interact when I'm not doing anything, definitely very cool. Now, as far as the other classes and their animations and things, have no idea, but we're off to a good start. Off to a good start. So Shadow, he says, what about casino winnings? Well, you know what? I will take any kind of winnings. Now, see, the reason why I'm saying somebody out there's got to do it is because I'm not putting forth any kind of money to gamble, or it's just that because I know I won't win. I'm not that person. I'm not the one who can just walk into a store, spend a buck, come out, scratch. Let me tell you my luck with lottery. Way back when I was younger, not too much younger, but I remember a few years ago, classic. I worked for a while for a temporary agency, type of place where you go in, you sign up for a job, and they find you a job for like a week or so. Well, anyway, they found me a job doing some computer maintenance work, because I've got some computer background stuff. I have a degree in electronics engineering, and here I am playing video games. It's awesome. But anyway, I got a job where I was helping to install computers at this company. Well, what they did, I mean, they were very cool, very nice people. And what they did, because they brought us in on a weekend in addition to some other work I was doing for them, so for just this one job, they got us like some pizza, some sodas, and then they said, hey, instead of just giving you some cash, what we did was, here's your like $10 an hour or whatever that you get for your base pay, but for some bonus money, we went ahead and bought you a bunch of lottery tickets. Oh, the scratch kind. So I don't know how ethical that is, but their reasoning was, they were like, well, that's it for fun. They thought that would be kind of fun. So they didn't like steal any money from us, but it was kind of like in addition to what we got paid, they said, hey, here's some lottery tickets. So I think they ended up buying each of us like 10 lottery tickets. Kind of cool. And there was like 5 of us, so they spent like $50 in lottery tickets for us. So anyway, I won nothing. Out of 10 tickets, I won nothing. Nothing. Whereas like everybody else around me got, $5, $10 and stuff. So that's how they kind of sold it before we scratched them off. They were like, well, here's $10 in tickets, but you have the chance of winning more. So actually you could end up with more money earned today. So that was cool. I ended up with nothing extra. So yeah. So if you want to do casino winnings, all that stuff, long story short, hook me up. Yeah, hook me up. Also, here's something just to throw out at the end of the video, for those who actually watch all the way through the end of my videos. If anybody is good at like website stuff wants to help us out, I'm not very good at managing a website. I put one together, I have it, but I'm just not good at managing forums and website stuff. I'd rather just play games and talk to people. That's my shtick right there. So if you know anybody who wants to manage our Pug website, let me know, and I'll hook them up with whatever information they need, and they can have fun, run with the Pug website. So just throwing it out there. Maybe someone can do a lot better job than I do. I don't really update it that much. I use other games forums to communicate. I don't use my own. But if I got someone who really likes working websites and wants to do Pug website, you know, that's cool. Then we might grow that aspect of the show. But for now, yeah, if you know somebody who wants to do that as just a fun thing, let me know. Other than that, that's it. I'm good. I'm going to go ahead and leave the Worlds of Allod behind. My wife's not feeling good, so I'm going to go check on her. So we're going to exit the game. We're going to look for Street Fighter. I'll worry about that later. But for now, remember, come check out EverQuest 2, Guck Server, Isle of Mara. I'm sure that since I'll be broadcasting, if you come to it at 1 p.m. Pacific and not quite sure where to go or what to do, you know, just might have to make an account for Twitch if you don't have one, but that way you can communicate with me, find out where to go and what to do and how to hang out. So check it out tomorrow. Eagle, hey, have a good weekend. Yeah, we'll take care of the wife. She had a bit of a scare today, but we'll take care of her. She'll be good. She'll be good. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. Eagle, Shadow, take care. We'll see you later. And that concludes our broadcast evening. As soon as I can end the broadcast.